Well, here we have potentially the worst film of the year. Possibly even knocking on the door of being one of the worst films I've ever seen. Ladies and gentlemen, Now You See Me, Now You Don't is a great example of nobody in the studio giving a rat's ass about plot, or character development, or casting, or dialogue, or common sense. I cannot remember the last time I saw such a piece of shit, but let's talk about it. Hello, if it's the first time we've met, my name's Wayne, and this is a channel about movies and crap. Now You See Me, Now You Don't stars the leads of the previous two films, and that is Jesse Eisenberg, Woody Harrelson, Dave Franco, Isla Fisher, Morgan Freeman, Lizzie Kaplan, this time Rosamund Pike, and three new characters played by Justice Smith, Ariana Greenblatt, and Dominic Sessa, or Timu Joseph Quinn. The closest thing I can get to describing a plot is that the Four Horsemen haven't been seen in like 10 years by the world, and a diamond heist of sorts brings them to meet up again with these three new magician kids, and they all have to unite to take down this villain played by Gone Girl, who's a diamond and an F1 magnate, and who's also a criminal and has a very strong South African accent. Okay. First of all, let me say that up till now, the Now You See Me franchise was in fact a guilty pleasure of mine. The first two movies were stupid and didn't really make sense, and the first one had a stupid ending, but it was fun to watch. I liked it and I enjoyed the characters, and for some reason I found both of the first two films quite rewatchable. And cool stuff went on in these films. Like the first one had that cool scene where Dave Franco is escaping capture by Mark Ruffalo, and he's busting out magic tricks and stuff which disorient the police and let him get away. That was cool. And the second one had that scene in the vault where they were hot passing the chip card between themselves secretly to fool the high-level security. Obviously ridiculous, but it looked really good, and that was a cool scene too. This film has none of that cool shit. In fact, it is not only not cool, it is outright hokey and what do the kids say? Cringe, chopped ass is shit. Is shit. Some scenes are so poorly written and saccharine sweet that it's actively embarrassing to see these established actors have to try and sell these shitty lines and developments. We have wimpy characters who all of a sudden are able to knock out police officers with one punch. We have people who shouldn't even trust or like each other all of a sudden becoming lifelong friends for no reason, with no history and it's just shit. At least in the original films, there was some pleasure to be had by having, a trick happen in front of your eyes and you don't know what's going on, and then, they explain it later on and you go, oh, okay, that's how they did it, and it was somewhat entertaining. Okay, that's fine. But in this movie, even the clever tricks and explanation of them afterwards makes you spot immediately the flaws in their plan, and literally you can make improvements to the plan in your head by going, that was stupid, I would have done this. It is actually surprising how bad this film is. Halfway through the film, I leaned over to my girl and said, this movie is a piece of shit. And she was like, you made me see it. And by the way, it never stopped being a piece of shit. Without spoilers, the big reveal at the end is so crap that not only do you not buy the premise, but more importantly, you don't care. You don't give a shit. And that's because nobody is believable. Not one relationship or character development moment is believable in this film. All the new characters are unlikable, with the possible exception of Rosamund Pike. More on that in a second. It is not fun to watch like the other two films, and there are moments in the film where, let's say, the actions of some characters literally almost kill some of the other characters, and at the end, even so, no one seems to care about that. They're all like, I love you guys, you're the best, eat my balls! But, is there anything good about the film? Yeah, like I said, Rosamund Pike. Now, her South African accent that she's doing is right out there, like she's really going for it. And to be fair, it's probably the most believable performance in a truly crap script. Also, I have something of a crush on her. But that is it. That's the good thing about the film, Rosamund Pike. Actually, there was a scene where the main characters were trying to escape a mansion, which had the potential to be cool, or at least visually interesting, but it still wasn't as good as the Dave Franco scene in the first film. So, it's still shit. Now, I should say that just because I hate this film, it doesn't mean you will. It has like a 60% on Rotten Tomatoes, which means that most of the people that saw it liked it, but I thought it blew very hard. However, what did you think? Have you seen it? Would you still watch it after I shat all over it? Comment below and let us know. As always, thanks for watching. I'm Wayne, and I'll see you in the next video.